the cost. We'll be loose from oppressions at last. How united we ever will stand, for the welfare of all in this land. Hail hooray to our island, St. Andrew, Old Providence and Little St. Catherine. Soon your children will gain to each attainment, every merit whichever receive. No more strangers will rule in our home, no injustice to cause us to roam. We have the help of the Almighty above, who shall lead us along in His love. Hail hooray to our island, St. Andrew, Old Providence and Little St. Catherine. Soon your children will gain to each attainment, every merit whichever receive. No more evil on us shall befall. Soon there'll be peace and justice for all. We're together as one in God's mind. To gain freedom we'll win every fight. Hail hooray to our island, St. Andrew, Old Providence and Little St. Catherine. Soon your children will gain to each attainment, every merit whichever receive.
Good morning to each and every one, and welcome once more to the Voice of the Rise Nation. Good morning, Pastor Alberto.
Good morning, Dr. Siegfried. And good morning to our hosts and to everyone who is following. Today we want to start as we ask the Lord's guidance in this great program designed for Rise Nation. So let us seek the presence of our Lord Jesus now. Father God in heaven, we want to thank you for your presence. Thank you, God, for this space. Thank you for those who are connected at this time. And thank you for our Rise Nation, for our people, for our purpose, the cause that brings us here every morning, every Friday morning, for the topics that we will be talking about that is so rampant and that is becoming a mega tendency in our island. But help us to find the strategy, to help to design, give us the wisdom to embark some projects, some ways so we can mitigate and finally control and wipe it out from our island. We trust this moment into your hands. We trust our people, the lives, our integrity. We trust our entire archipelago that you would help us, that we will come to have an archipelago of the future where justice is administered, where peace is restored, where life is appreciated and loved and protected, where the social problem will be met and solved, and where the judicial system will apply according to purpose and according for which it was designed. We trust our lives into your hand. We trust the life of our archipelago in your hand, our people, and we ask your presence to accompany us like you've never been before as we take on this journey. Give us the wisdom we need. Give us the understanding and the sensitivity to perceive and to hear your voice amidst all the noise and the distractions that are going on. We thank you now, and we give you praise, honor, and glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. So today is our fifth chapter of the series that we have been speaking about, community talks, and today we have North End. In this space, we are joined um, by voices of our neighborhood, men and women who live the daily reality of this area, and who bring honest perspectives about what is happening on the ground. We are honored to have some guests with us today, and we will soon give them a welcome. And we thank you all for accepting this invitation and for your willingness to share your voices with the community. At the same time, it is important to emphasize that the wave of violence we are witnessing is not limited to one sector of our island. The entire archipelago is facing challenges, including San Andres and Old Providence as well, because we are hearing some stories of the situation happening now as well in Old Providence. And it's really sad because Providence was not facing the situation that we are having in San Andres. And unfortunately, we have some people going up on boats, on lunch, on plane, and affecting the community of Providence as well. Stealing in the neighborhoods with masks around the different parts of the island, affecting the owner of stores and so on, and it's really, really sad. So the entire archipelago is facing challenges, and this is including Providence. Yet this reality, we want to emphasize that this does not define us as people. You mentioned this many times, Pastor Alberto, that this is not what is defining us as people. It does not represent our culture, our history, and the values that we sustain as Rizal community for generations.
That's right.
We mentioned before as well that silence increased violence, and that this is the space for you to speak. So I want to invite you all to participate as well in our radio. Our radio listeners can participate if you're outside of the country with plus 57 318 729 4817. Those listening to us on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live, you can put your comments and your questions as well, not just to the guests that we have today, but in general of the topic of violence or whatever you want to comment. You are welcome to participate. And if you want to give your comment as anonymous, we can do that as well. If you want to give it in Spanish, you can do it as well, and we can translate. Everyone is welcome. We mentioned then that every experience matters, every concern matters, and every idea of peace as well matters in this dialogue. So you can share your comments again on the radio program, Facebook Live, and as well on YouTube. I will remind you all the number, which is plus 57 318 729 4817. Pastor Alberto.
Yes, we want people to understand that this is your space. This is where you can voice your concern. We are here to protect you, to defend you, to accompany you, and to stand up with you in the tough, the rough, and whatever may come. We just want you to know that when you voice your case here, we listen. We'll help you to find answers, as Dr. Sidford said. We'll accompany you. We'll walk with you through this. I know sometime right now, San Andres is like walking the tightrope. You know, it's danger on every side, and you just have to be very careful what we're doing. And in years gone by, I warned this, this was one of the things that gripped me. I warned this in 1999. I told the person who was interviewing me on RCN that if they continue, the local administration continue doing what they were going to do without a parallel plan for incorporating the people who they were putting out, I says in 10 years, 1919, I said in 10 years, we're not going to have the means or the police or anyone that would be able to control the violence that would be let loose on these islands. The guy turned off the cams on me and asked me, don't you think that as a leader, it doesn't fit for you to be this radical? I said, in 10 years we talk. And in 1997, this thing started, and it hasn't stopped. and it has not been controlled because it's just a matter of seeing the trend of where things. Look where it is today. Providence is no exception. It's happening in Providence. It's happening in San Andres. I mean, people say, okay, this is happening all over the world. Yes, but San Andres is not the world. We are a people who were brought up with values, with principles, moral standing, upbringing, a church going people, regardless of the religion we profess or the practice we carried out. But this was a different island. Yes, things changes. Yes, people go away, learn other practices and customs and things. But we should have had a little more something extra than the others because of the way we were brought up. You know, what happened to our values? What went wrong? And that's the question I ask. I've been asking this since 1994. What went wrong? What went wrong? When did we come to all of this? How? What were the changes? What were the threats? What pressured us? What changed in the process of educating and in the upbringing of our family? Some people are doing a great job, but others haven't done their job. And then the worst part, Dr. Sigfred, is that we are in front of a broken system. When this system is broken, this is what we have. This is a broken system. Dr. Sigfred.
We are still receiving emails from the community. I really thank you all for your confidence in sending these emails. We're taking time and defining where we're going to answer these concerns and questions that you have been having. I've contacted some of our young psychologists or different psychologists from our island. Many of them work with the judicial system and they cannot participate in these type of programs because they are limited, because they are, they work with the government. But we're looking this space to see, because unfortunately I am not on island and I can't really attend cases on island as a psychologist. But then we have a group of people that we are trying to create as leaders or give them better leadership to help you all with listening skills. We have a lot of different situations going on. We have people living situation not just in North End, but today we are going to face this problem that we're having specifically in North End. And we have some guests with us from North End. I don't know if we have them ready. We have with us today Miss Melania Francis Davis. We have Miss Julia Martinez, or Miss Julia Martin Reed, Mr. Octavio Mal Robinson, and Pastora Jacqueline Dimas. Pastora Jacqueline can speak in Spanish and we will translate, that's no problem. And we want to put again the number for you to participate. Remember, the number is +57 318 729 4817. And welcome, Miss Melania Francis.
Good morning, Pastor Alberto. Good morning to everyone for opening this space for us. That is very important. As Raisal, to share our experience at Dawn. Dawn is part of the Raisal Nation, and it's the whole community is the whole San Andres is Raisal, no? And for us, it's very important to participate in this space and to share our experience and our reality in our neighborhood. So thank you for opening this space for us.
Thank you.
Welcome, Miss Melania. We have as well, let's see if we have someone else joining us. I don't know if we have connected Miss Julia Martin. Is she present with us? Or Mr. Octavio Mo Robinson? Pastora Jacqueline Dimas? Do we have them connected? Do we have them connected already? Okay, so while they connect, we have Miss Melania Francis. We'd like you to share with us what is happening in town. From your personal experience, how would you describe the current atmosphere in North End or in town and how it has changed over the past years, Miss Melania? Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Our community is Black Dog. Black Dog is in town, and is a section that have tradition, that have histories, that have culture, and it's a section where the majority of the people that live is the owner of the houses there, and it's Raizal people. The more than the 90% confirmed by the properties there, the families, them ancestral families, and it characterized because our section, the Plan de Ordenamiento Territorial established that the first use that our community, the activities then that develop in this community is sport. It have to be with sport, and in second instance, it have to be with things of selling and buying, comercio, and the living. Um, for years back, we coming with some situation that affect us in our way of living. Something that we receive from our grandparents is the peace, is to live in peace, to can go on Sunday to our activities, to go to church, and in the evening we could share with our family and access to can have this. But the years then go in the past, and it very difficult for us to have access to have tranquility, to have peace. The commercial activities them, some prohibit by the book and some permit by the book. They don't have no type of regulation at all, and this type of situation generate a perturbation, it generate that the power over a public space, the spaces that the community could access, uh, that is via away, some particular take it to develop all kind of activities, and it's activities that prohibit. So in this sense, all them here situation come and affect our eligible people. The majority of the people then that live Black Dog is eligible people, is our elders, and then them is being very effective after them here situation. In Black Dog, we have the majority of people that live in Black Dog is believer, is people that taking time to serve God, to go to church. So we have a way of living that we receive from our grandparents, but we see affected them here our custom, our way of living, take them here activity. Black Tag is a section that is very important because it connect up to several sectors. So we connect up to Januel, we connect up to the Principal Avenue, and we know that the walking way to several sections, but them here the commercial activities come and they replace and they affect us. So from 2020 21, we start a process. We start go to the authorities, we start being support, we touch all kind of doors, we call for help, we can get to organize the community, for the authorities them organize them here activities, it don't get to affect us in our we are living because the majority of production of people that have them commercial activities don't live here. They don't live in the community. Then come, produce, and then go and left the situation to us. And we don't get to make the authority then compromise themselves so we can have a result that permit us to can live in peace, can rest in peace. When you start this program, Mr. Caster said something, or Mr. Alberto, really don't remember who said, but you say something very important, and is silence bring violence. And the silence, the omission in, of the authorities then, they are poor to generate a lot of situation. We have our don't to elders get intimidated from people that they generate them here type of behavior that no favor the canvas. But we don't have no one that regulate, no one's they make an intervention to control to them here situation. So as much things we start or we could have control, it get to this point, and they generate violence in this moment.
Yes, so
So
true. So Melania, this situation really is not something just to look at on the surface. There, there are things that we definitely need to pay good attention, as was said earlier, because this is like a time bomb, and it need all our attention. It's, as Dr. Sigfred said earlier, it's not just in one community. It's in every community, some more, some less, but it's a growing tendency, and that's it's a problem. So it becomes symptomatic, and it demands attention. And I am confident that the solution is in the hand of all of us, working hand to hand together, making some kind of united front to stand up and to voice our cause and to reach out, even to go to other instances if the situation is not solved locally. We have steps that can be taken, and we will do it in the legal way. We'll do it on our ground. You know, every strategy, every army, you have to fight the battle by air, by land, and by sea. So we're going to find solution to this. I know it's possible. It will take us some time before we can come up with that, but we are pretty close. We have the diagnosis already. We see the symptomatics everywhere. So I think right now we are on good path. Dr. Sigfrid.
We want to thank Miss Melania for this space, for her honesty and for sharing with us her concerns in her neighborhood. Miss Melania, we want you to know that you are not alone in this process. We are here to help you, and the good thing that you are doing is that you are being honest and expressing your concerns in your community. And something very important is to involve the whole community in this process. Not one person can give the solution. So it's very important to involve the whole community. We need to come out and we need to stand up and show that we are the rulers of our territory. And this
yes,
is what we need. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
excuse me. I
Yeah.
want to agree something because it's very important. We organize ourselves and we present Acción Popular. In this moment, Black Dog have two sentences of protection. Um, we have a sentence where protect our environment, it protect our public space, it protect our security, it protect our health, and it protect our health, our way of living against denies. Already we pass, we make a process of acción popular. We organize ourselves, and more than 100 persons sign a petition to the tribunal, we can get access of this of the justice and protect our rights. Desafortunately, in this moment, I have to manifest that the authorities then don't comply with what the tribunal order. And how they don't comply, the situation get the grow every day. They get worse. Why? Because if you don't have a control and don't have, if the authority don't regulate and don't comply the mission as authority, what happened? The community want to do, and everybody want to do what they want and how they want and don't care to affect the other ones then. We get to this fight because, well, before we try to conciliate, we try to talk, and really no result never there. So we make action popular. We have two sentences of protection. Beside that, we have the constitution. So the law already gives some others respect about the situation there. And specifically, this kind of situation we have in our community a Latinized producing by different fuentes. We have nice bags, we have the commercial part that produce nice. The disada, the vehicular disada is very is terrible because um, we is only our bias is in one sense and they don't respect that. The marijuana drive holding one, the industrial, the commercial part, use all kind of machine, any hours, they stop the traffic any hours, and in the over in the night, any hours of the night, you can have a nice people come from other places and park themselves and produce perturbation. So I want to share with you know that we use all the all the opportunity then to access to the justice, we use it. In this moment, the tribunal have two incidents Sakato already. In March, we made petition direct to the governor fee, please recover the others them and lead up the a solution there because this community get together to work out the process and have access just looking for peace, just
Hmm.
looking we can have right to rest. We don't dey beg government money. We dey beg them peace because we want have quality of life. We
Sure.
merit to live with dignity. So I want to share that
Yes,
too.
thank you for that, Miss Melania. I want you to know that it's very important what you are doing, and you cannot give up. You cannot give up is because it's a constant fight that we have. You have to continue struggling until you get them to help what they have to help. But you have to have in mind that every single Narten or every single town in the world having this problem because it's a commercial area and the majority of these sections of the whole world in every city in the world you have this problem in the town, but this doesn't mean that you have to give up. You have to continue this the constant fight because this always they put all the commercial area in the town, and we will have a lot of situations going on. Miss Melana, we'll come back to you in a couple of minutes. We have Miss Julia Martinez as well with us. Welcome, Miss Julia Martinez.
Good morning to all the audience. Good morning to you people here in the studio and overseas. Good morning for this invitation. Yeah, I just want back up a little bit what Miss Melania they talked about. I live also in the community of Black Dog, and we really are having some serious problem with disturbance, noise, and so forth. Well, I live around nearby to the football stadium. We can see almost face on the football stadium. Well, the noise is terrible sometime on in the week. Permit me to say sorry. I'm on only on Vice because my camera is having some problems, so that's why you maybe cannot see me. But thank God, well, device is open. Yeah, the situation is really terrible, and like for example, on the in the football stadium, well, there is a law that talk about say you can't have rum drinking and selling and whatsoever around the different sport courts and so forth. But well, even that the people them who use the sport court, for example, the football field, the baseball, the little baseball field for the children them round there, them just take those places like a private canteen. So what them normally do on in the week is, and sometimes not even then don't wait till in the week while these boys, majority of them when they don't sport, there's a big scandal in the stadium. They put on music, even though meanwhile game going on, they have a big time music in at the stadium, and after game them stay till hours in the night. For example, we have now a place around there that is a at the place that sell ice right near almost front of the stadium too. And so by sometime when you call the police and the police go and tell them to move and so forth, so them stick up now with this thing now, then go by the place that sell ice. When them close at 6 o'clock, the palala and the rum drinking start at the ice place. So then put out them chair and then sit down and then buy boxes of beers, and that is one whole pile of knives out the car, come motor come, then bring bosse and all in something, and they have a lot of scandal. Well, nowadays we notice that like if the police them in with the authorities or the police them in with these boys, some person tell us that sometimes them tip off the police. Well, we I don't have no proof, no, but you have to believe it sometime, because when the police then come, then just talk to them a little while and them smile and then go, and sometime even the police then pass and you hear the police then beep 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 beep, and then go straight. Majority of the time now when you call the police them, they no come. And the biggest session with this is said the own police them, when you call the police, them go and tell the people them, say such and such and such a person call. So this is a case that is very delicate. We have, I don't know if I was off for a while, so I don't know if Miss Melania got to say that, but we have some members that have menace because fighting against the knives, and she is one of them that get menace, then throw a rock on her house, them say they want to do her this, they want to do her that. Well, then throw buckle on my house also. But well, we can stop the fighting. um it's very sad, really is very sad, what going on, because we see that we now with one territory and we can't talk, you can't say nothing, because this stranger them come and take over, and if you say anything, the stranger them menace you and them say all kind of things, no. But I think Melania, as president of the Action Communal from Black Dog, is doing a wonderful job. And even though she have a lot of intimidation and whatsoever from the people them who no want the our section to be a peaceful section, she continue with the work, no. So I want embrace to congratulate her. And well, it very difficult, and sometimes even them say a whole heap of things about her on one that page that they call Cafe de la U. Them accuse her for a lot of things, but really we are a Action Communal that are well constituted. We have all our papers in order. Gobernación make auditoria on us, and every single thing is in order. So well, that is what I would like to say. I don't know if you all have any question that you would like to ask us. Thank
Pastor.
you.
Yeah, Julia, Julia, thank you for your intervention. Really, is becoming certainly of great concern, preoccupied. Uh, Let me ask the people who are affected, because definitely we have to listen to the people who are affected. But uh, I listen to what you're saying. I listen that they are saying also defamating, saying mean things about different ones who try to come together. But in spite of everything, you just can't give up on seeking support. Support is key, and support can come from friends as well as from families. And because we have to rebuild broken relationship. When situation is like this, we need to focus and sometimes refocus, not just to diagnose, because sometimes we have overdiagnosed the situation, but leadership is required, and leadership and strategic communication, you know, so that people will get to know exactly what is taking place, because this cannot just be something in black bag and only in the circle of black bag. It has to come out from there. And so one way to get this is, here is where it's out. You're doing the legal fight. You have favors with they have pronounced, because of course there are laws that say you can't do these activities around sport spaces or such the like. But people still take chance and do it. And if you keep silence, we permit it. And if we try to denounce it, they tell them who denounce it. And so this is the system we have to deal with. But that doesn't mean we need to be discouraged. And don't get discouraged or disappointed because at first attempt it didn't work. The second it may not work. But as someone said, persistency paralyzes resistance. So we just need to keep knocking, keep persisting, keep gathering. When the group grows beyond the ones causing the problem, then they will understand, because it's not the whole community of Black Dog, I am aware, but you have a focus of that community who is, and some of them probably may not even be from there, but they come to do their thing. So what the community need to do to try to find a way how we can rebuild broken relationship with the other people from the community who is not in favor of this, but they have chosen to remain silent. As Dr. Sidfred said, we can't stay silent. We definitely have to choose actions over silence.
Very good, Pastor. We really want to thank you all for your courage to come online and speaking of the situation. And we want to encourage you as well to look for protection, which is important. There is a situation going on as well in St. Louis, Pastor, we were speaking about last week, and of the table of peace.
Yes.
The table of peace. This table of peace is an example, a very good example of what we want in the neighborhoods in the whole island. We call it neighborhoods invigilation. And the neighborhood invigilation is something that we need to implement in Norton as well, Miss Melania. You as the leader there in the Action Comunal, we need to get this as well. We'll speak up more about that. But we have Engineer Octavio Mo with us as well. Welcome, Engineer Octavio Mo, that would like to participate as well.
And thank you very much. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. Yes, well, we are part of this community also. Well, my family was one of the first one to build here. In fact, maybe the first real house that was built there was built by my family. And right, historically, we have been seeing that we can't have the peace that we generally would have, no? We have all kind of situation, but the one that is affecting us more is the noise. Well, as I say, there are other situations. They use the street as double way when it is only one way. Recently, they put finally some signals and things to say, well, they're doing something, but that is not enough because they accustom the people to use the street as double way the whole time, and now they can't stop them. And if the authority has to get on their back to stop them. We have had accidents. Thank God, not so not extreme, not that up to now. Thank God, we have to glorify Lord for that, because how these guys ride these motorcycles, especially because not only motorcycles but also the cars, even police uh, are the ones that I would say ringleaders, because they use the road double way too, whether in their cars or their motorcycles also. We have a situation with the walkway. It is originally a walkway that leads from our street to the 20 de Julio, coming out, let's say, 2 or 3 steps from the Ocre, or from the Cajasay school, and children walk there permanently, going and coming from school. And we have the same situation, motorcycles flying in that walkway. And if you say anything to anyone that is a walkway, man, the only thing left to do is they shoot you down or they thump you down, and they can understand, say, that is not a runway for motors. It is not a place, not even for bicycles. But we say use bicycles, but in going full speed, and that is something that is also affecting us a lot. Well, we have people fixing motorcycles and these mules on the way, precisely where you have to pass. So you can, majority of the time you can't pass because they are occupying either the sidewalk, or they are occupying the road. So is a situation, and you can't say nothing neither, because, well, I don't know what is the bargain that the authorities have with people like this. I really don't know. I wouldn't want to accuse anyone. I only can say what I see. But there are a lot of situations that you can't understand. For example, if one day they come and they ask the transit, I don't know, maybe the governor or somebody give them orders to go in the road, the first thing they do is the ones that, for example, our case, we have our home has a car, and we park the car in front of our home. And when they have the I don't know how to call it there, well, the day that they decide to see what they want to do about the situation, the first thing they do is take up all the cars that belong to the people that live there. That is the first thing. But the last ones to take off of the street is the ones that are occupying it irregularly. As I say, well, it's something that we can understand. And now, coming back to the most important one is is nice. This is something that is happening for years, and all kind of law has been produced. All kind of law has been emitted by the authorities, local authorities, national authorities. We have this sentence from the tribunal, the administrative tribunal, and it is a mockery. It is a mockery because you even go to the meetings them to do the follow-ups, and the only thing they come in with is some people give some reports of when they had meeting twice a year, and we are not the problem. They want to meet with us. We are not the problem. I don't have no problem going to a meeting like that, but I get fed up at that because only who have the problem, because we are the affected ones, go to the meetings. The ones them that supposed to be in the meeting answering why they are not complying with the law don't go to the meeting at all. They are not interested. They have no interest in going to meetings, and they threaten you. And every week, for example, this one started on Sunday. The last week here, it started on Sunday with these two big pickups because they have like a competence between the pickups and the DJs, and they even take it out on the social media and they tell you we are going to be there, and so they go and they put the two. I understand say it's two pickups, so they put them to compete, one to from a certain hour to another hour, and then just turn them in turns, and then they make the pilot nice Sunday any day, but this week was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I'm not quite sure if Wednesday too. So you can't, your children then can't study in peace. Well, I have grandchildren now, but anyway, they can't study in peace. They can't sleep in peace. It's something that is out of hand altogether. And the authorities, what they do is play the game during the day now. For example, Monday they start from 2:30 in the afternoon, and when at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you say, hey, look, no, have in consideration, they started from 2:30. It is now yet 8:30. Please just shut them down. No, them not shut them down. Then wait till the hours that is programmed to finish approximately, maybe say about 10 to 10 or 10 o'clock on the head. And then a whole stack group of police going around there and sure. And then they publish the photo. They'll say, we just done. That was the hour they had programmed. It's something that is agreed, and we can't continue. So we have to do something about it because there are laws that protect us, and we have seen that they are doing things in big Colombia, in the mainland, taking away the equipment that they use, the dispositive them that they use, the all those things they are taken away in the interior. And we in a small little island like this, they don't know when it's going to be well prevented. If I know they are organizing something for 2:30, I'm going to be there from 2 or before 2, and I'm going to tell them that they can't do it, and it done if I am the authority. But there is no authority in no sense, because the real community that is affected can't say nothing. We are threatened, we are a menace, and on the other hand, who to protect us? I don't know if they are afraid, or if they are menace also, or what. I really don't know, but situation is really, really tough for us in this section.
Thank you, Mr. Octavio, for this participation. We want you all to know that we have a group of lawyers working on this case. We have the Rizal Development Center, the RDC. We have a team of lawyers working on this case, and we have as well the Rizal Council, the Rizal Authority. We have started up to approach the justice system and those affected, those involved, can be the Gobernación, police, and whoever. But we have to go to a higher instance, more over them, because we know that the police on island, we don't want to blame anyone in particular, but we know exactly what is going on. And this same thing happened in different cities around the country. It happened in Medellin, it happened in Cali, it happened in Bogota, in different places, that the authorities, or those that should be giving on helping the community with peace, they're involving the famosos vacunas, some famosos chantajes, some famosos, all of that, right? Where they come in and they pay them and they give them this amount. We want to continue our party until X time of the day, so you can get this amount of money and whatever. So the idea is to have a neighborhood invigilation. We want to, Pastor, to have this table of peace farm as well in the Black Dog section, or the entire town section. And the neighborhood invigilation is very important, because the authority is not going to do enough. They are the ones in charge to be giving protection to the community. But really, if they're not doing it, then community has to do something. The thing is that there are threats. The amenazas, the threats are in the community as well. And this we have to be careful with. Jairo Rodriguez is saying that the Procuraduría must sanction all public functionaries from the Gobernación and the police who are not complying with their duties to guarantee order, peace, and welfare for the civil society. Miss Melania, we want to come back with you. Please bring back Miss Melania on stage. Miss Melania, so as the Junta de Acción Comunal, you all gathering, for example, leaders in the community to farm this table of peace? Go ahead.
Yes, it's very important to mention that, align with what you're saying, the tribunal, already in the sentence mentioned something that named Mesa de Diálogo Vecinal. And precisely the objective of that table is to, the people them that, they generate them here type of situation could have come along with, with us and hear what are they affect us, how for them activity or how for them behavior they affect us on face to face, let's say, and IARDA that the, gobernación should have a experto en, the magistrada Cali, un experto en diálogo comunitario. Un experto en diálogo comunitario. So, it's very important to get to the other extreme of the situation, that is generating violence, that generating intimidation. But, it's very, up till now, it look like the authority, don't get to understand the purpose of and the propósito of the table that the magistrada, established, because that are the already. And I believe it's as PS important where we can construct a communication, better relation, and soon see the things then better. The thing that have we, worry a little is they make the thing gone so far that we they in a pine that is very delicate. But I believe in the name of Jesus and the confident God, we still can heal our community. We still can heal relation, but this have to be with with the activities with the behaviors that, can be conciliated, because we have other situations that can conciliate, and it's something that, this table can do is, we can hear the other side too, and we can hear us, and we can communicate. The thing is to get to make it be a reality, because up till now we have three, meetings that they met, but really we don't have no result, and it's just like if government they do if we comply. And if you dey do something false and you don't believe in it, we know I have no result. And up till now, we feel that, not only feel, we evidence, we know the evidence, no result, because, we feel that then they force to comply. They know they see that it's very important alternative that we have to make a better society, to have a better relationship, because by others it's important to mention that we have some behavior that the local delito is a delito, but still yet is the authorities then to come and evaluate the type of situation. So my answer is we willing to do it. We are ready prepared for it. We dey expect on it to have that table, because what we're looking for is peace.
That's it, Miss Melania. Amen for that. We want to give a special thank you to Miss Julia Martinez, who is leaving. Thank you, Julia Martinez, for your participation, which was very important. We want to as well give a special thank you to all our radio listeners who are leaving us now at 9 o'clock. We want to invite you all listening there on the radio to join us on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. You can come and continue listening to us on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So thank you all for listening, and you can come and participate. Miss Melania was mentioning the special expert or people participating in the Mesa de Trabajo or Table of Peace or Mesa de Paz. And we have been publishing about who is a mediator. Internationally, the person is called mediator. And we want to invite you all to be part of this. We want to share this flyer. Please put it on the screen. Who a mediator is, or who is a mediator? If we have it, you can share it. I just sent it on Facebook, on YouTube, on WhatsApp. A neutral and impartial person who takes no side and does not judge. If we have it, you can share it. I don't know if you have it. So who is a mediator? A neutral and impartial person who does not take side and does not judge. A person who listens and guides dialogue. If you can put it bigger. A person who creates a safe space to talk. Who promotes understanding. Who helps lead, heal, and repair relationship. A bridge in the Rizal community. This person honors our culture, fosters respect and unity, confidential and fair. The mediator helps understand, heal, and rebuild. It's not about punishment, but repairing, restoring peace in our community. So we as Rizals, we want to be mediators. We want you to join our table of peace in the neighborhood where you are. Right now, we are speaking about the situation we're having in Black Dog community. I want you to know that we are with you. We are doing some different important activities with our lawyers, with our leaders to be part of this and to help you with the situation. If locally the situation is not being solved, you have to go to a bigger instance, the Procuraduría, that give the sanction, and above them you have national, people from the mainland, and as well international community, right? International community. So who is a mediator? If you are a mediator, if you want neutral and impartiality in your community, if you want to take no side and don't judge and saying exactly the costeños, the cachacos, the this, the that, this person, the paña, or the police, or no. The idea is not to, we know exactly what is going on, but the idea is not to blame a particular person to avoid threats, amenazas. The idea is not to blame a particular person or group of what the situation is, but to farm neighborhood invigilation. And this neighborhood invigilation, again, we want to say goodbye to radio listeners. They're leaving now. And invite you all to join us on our Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So thank you all for listening, radio listeners. So we want to invite you all to join this part of our neighborhood invigilation. Pastor Alberto is going to get in touch with you all, Miss Melania. Pastor Alberto, are you there? We want to get in touch with the community, and we want to get them involved in the San Luis Mesa de Trabajo as well. What is going on in San Luis. You can tell them a little bit more of what is going on in Mesa de Paz. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. San Luis, just a few things before I move to San Luis, or I can go San Luis and come back. Now, in San Luis community, there have been quite a lot of issue going on over the years, but seemingly like, as Melania said, there were no solution because people keep denouncing. So we look at it and we thought it was, okay, let's do something about it, more than just cursing the darkness. Let's light a candle, let's scratch a match or something like that. So we decided that in a meeting with the authorities, governmental functionaries and so forth, that we would establish a table of peace to deal with the social problem of the community of San Luis. And since I am, I'm not from San Luis, but I was named as the president or the leader of that table of peace, so I'm very informed of the situation. So when anything services in San Luis, I am there. At the beginning, of course, they were not paying attention, so we began to put some pressure. We begin to organize the community, because we are not going to depend only on the government to bring solutions. If we do other things, we make our denounce, and then we begin to send letter, what they call it, like officious, uh, reminding them of the meetings. And if they don't come up, we remind them after the meeting of their absence, like putting some pressure on them. And we take other actions as well. So the community right now, we can't say the problem is solved, but the problem is being mitigated. It's not like before. When the police goes there, they know that they can't do what they used to do before. They can't harass the people. They can't go into the house of the people. They can't invade the private spaces of the people. They are taking actions in not doing what they used to do before, because the elderly people are the one who used to complain that they break through the yard, they come into the house, they ask them to identify themselves. That is unacceptable, and apart, it is illegal for anyone to go into your house without a judicial warrant or permit. So I confronted them with this, and they accepted, and they even accepted that they have exceeded in the use of power, but the people of the community also begin to cooperate. So this is the good part. At this point, the entire community, practically almost 70, you can't expect 100% of the community, but we have a big percent of the community who are conscious. So we begin to create consciousness awareness, and awareness is created by educating the community members about the issue or about the impact of what is going on. When the community is educated about what is going on, then is when we can see more people are being involved, and the group keep growing. Fortunately, the group is growing. There are more people who wants to be part of this, and they're all welcome, because it's a community that we need to surround and help to find possible solution for the benefit of all. So somewhere down the road, we raise awareness, and then we support those, let's call it the victims, for example. We support them, let them know, hey, you are not alone. Like in this case, Melania, Julia, Engineer Octavio, we just want you all to know that you are not alone. And what we can do from this perspective, as the president of the Raisal Council, Raisal Nation, we want you to know, RDC and all of us, we are here for you. We are here to stand up with you. And the little experience we have gained over the years, and with Dr. Sigfrid on the other side, we want to guarantee you that we are going to stand up with you in you making this table of peace, make it functional, make it function, because sometimes we have them, but the neglect of the authorities tend to wear us out, and we get discouraged and we just drop it. And no way. There are other things that you can do, whether the authorities or the government involved or not. And one of that is to begin to educate the community and the members, get a hold of the young people, them advocate change and accountability, and build let's call it as for safe spaces. We need to work. I think Dr. Sigfrid mentioned in some time ago last month, if I'm not mistaken, when we just started this, about safe spaces. And so I think we need to work on safe spaces. And if children and youth are there, we need to get them involved and educate them,
Very good, Pastor.
About the issue and the impact.
Excellent, Pastor. We have a break. We're going to make a break with Raisal musical that we have. It's called Raisal Should Rise. Raisal Should Rise. Raisal Should Rise. Let's put on that musical, and we are going to sit back and enjoy this video.
Raisal people, it's time for the uprising. Let us rise and shine.
When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, When you feel like giving up, as you try over the hill.
When you feel like smiling, but your heart feels so thrill, yeah. Don't give up, rest if you will, but keep your unbroken will, yeah.
Rise and shine rise.
Like the sun, the moon, and the stars in the sky.
Rise and shine rise.
Again and again, lift your head high.
Rise and shine rise.
So please, don't you cry.
Rise and shine rise.
Jah, He will satisfy.
Once again, me say rise, I shall rise. We no have time to cry, everything will be fine. We feel stand strong, it's time to move on. We are gonna reach to the stars, to the moon, to the sun.
This is something we want to know if we understand. Rise and people give thanks to the Almighty One. Cause all of the grown are singing song. Rise and shine, so shall sing in a this a song.
Rise and shine rise.
Where there is light, there will be hope.
Rise and shine rise.
Oh, no, Jah, that is for sure.
Rise and shine rise.
Standing up strong, I reach for your goal.
Rise and shine rise.
Let us all unite with one heart and soul.
One day our hearts will no more be born. All the pain and suffering rise on, it will surely work.
The day we come together and stand up with determination, then rise our nation will shout out for liberation. To take back the territory. Cause this land that we fight the free, our being free the chains and bandage of colony. Far away from home, but still worry about their own. Let us strangle and decolonize. Therefore, it had to run.
Waiting for it, diaspora, through the island in the sun. Rise and shine out the rifle, all ye daughters and sons, yeah.
And again, it will be nice. Do not yourself minimize. Sense of belonging must be sky high. Stand up strong, rise up, where the sun of the sky.
Leave the high nights of the row and fear. Just remember Jah come when the morning clear. Pray Jah and put your hand up in the air. In Jah hand now everything done clear.
Wake up and live, rise and we soon clear the hill. If we stick together still, no way they could break our will. It's time to be great again. Arise and shine. Wake up and live. Booyaka, sayaka, mayaka. To free oneself from this corruption. So there will be no more pollution from colonizers, barbaration. In the name of the creator of creation.
We have some excellent messages in this song, and I hope you enjoyed it. And
Enjoy. It's wonderful.
two
It's beautiful.
special messages that called my attention. There were many, but two special messages that called my attention from the song is when you feel like giving up, rise up shall rise. When you feel like giving up. That's number one. And number two, take back our territory. Take back our territory. That is what we want to do. The land belongs to us. You have to put that in your mind, Rizal people. The land belongs to us, and we shall rise and we shall get back our territory. The only way we can do that is working together.
Yes, sir.
Working together as people, we can take back our territory. So remember that you are not alone in this. We want to really thank you all for participating. Miss Caroline Nelson Pusey is saying, always listen, congratulations. Thank you for listening, Miss Caroline. Miss Melania, what can you say about this song? You're on mute, Miss Melania.
I believe he express what we're looking for. He express purpose. He express life. Because really, uh, we can forget what we receive from our grandparents. Then. Because our way of living is our way of thinking is our way of express ourselves. So I believe I always speak to everyone and to the continental people de Materen. La paz es nuestra herencia, es una herencia ancestral. Peace is something that our ancestral, it comes from God and our ancestral passed it to us. So recover territories, recover peace. That is what that song for me express.
Very good. So do we still have, oh yes, Mr. Octavio Mo is still present. Mr. Octavio Mo, what can you tell us about this song?
Oh, this song is something iconic because it is revealing our wishes or our hopes, what we expect, not only from present but also from future. I hope more present than future, and he expressed in a great way what our legacy is, what at least should be. And I really hope that we take each word and make it a, a purpose, a goal, because it's time enough, no? Time enough. San Andres is too small to have such situation, such yeah. We have to get back to our real roots and remember what grandfather and great grandfather and those people used to teach us, because it is what we, whether people believe is go back in history. I don't think it's go back in history. I think it is to apply or what they left for us in the new situations. And the new situations can be that we are second, we are less, um, and not because I don't respect other people, because of course I do. My wife is not Islander, but my wife, for example, she feels the land as hers, and we have our children and grandchildren. All of them live there, and because I'm not in San Andres right now, that's why I say they live there. But we need to I don't know, let them feel that the land is ours, no? And how things are right now, we are strangers and we cannot continue to be nor continue feel like strangers in our own territory.
Pastor Alberto, go ahead. Speak a little about this song now. You are on mute, Pastor.
So true that the land is ours. And last week, oh no, yesterday, I listened, or 2 days ago, I was listening to someone share something on one of the chats, a video from someone from Jamaica. And one of the phrases, well, many messages there, but one of the phrases that keep bringing in me said, never sell what you can never recover. And we've come, you know why it caught my attention, because a situation was created in the the mid 80s and 90s, where people in the island start selling out their land because of that uh, quick money, and people think that having all this amount of money was going to change their life. You know, this is dependent. So they created a dependence on the people where to send your son or your daughter to higher education off the island, you have to sell something. And most of our parents sell their land. And this has increases so much that today, I don't know how much of the land, really, I don't have it clear how much of the land we still have in possession, but we have lost quite a lot of this. And I personally think it's time that we start and stay with this. Never sell what you can never recover. Without land, you have no power. If you have the land, is who own the land. And no matter what they said and what they offer, the land will, my father, my mama used to say, no matter what you sell your land for, the money will finish, but the land remains. So I kind of get smart up and I start buying. I says, I'll never sell for no reason. Never, regardless of where I have it. I'll never sell. Why? Because the money is going to done on the land. And so when you're planning on having children, you can't sell land again because it's like denying them the right to live decently and to have a house. And look at San Andres. Look at where Providence is. You know, people are up there using other people to buy out other rice, you know, because they taste a little bit of money, of progress, the scrums. The guy said he used this phrase that caught my attention, you know, and just because for a little bit of money, we sell our brother, we deny each other because, and he labeled that as the home slave, you know, who is in a little possession. And so he began to maltreat his own and try to sell them out and beat them up and all of that. So we definitely need to come back to this and recover our territory. And that is 1 centimeter of land at a time. Encourage families not to sell our land. We have inherited this. This was not something that we get for free. Our ancestors bought this. They paid the blood. They served with blood for this, and we are here standing on their shoulders with all of what they have done for us to be where we are at today. Dr. Sigfrid, are you still there?
Yes, so this is a call of action. We want to really thank you all for your participation today, Miss Melania, Mr. Octavio, Miss Julia Martinez, and all those listening to us. This is a call of action. We really can't continue postponing the solution, right? And one of the big solution we have, Miss Melania, is the community invigilation. You're doing a fantastic job. And we have to start out with the community invigilation. This is very important. We have been speaking as well about the census, the community-based census, Miss Melania. We're going to conduct this community-based census shortly or very soon, and we're working on that. And we want to work on the community invigilation. The community invigilation is something very important, Miss Melania, because in a program that I worked in Medellin, in Justicia Restaurativa, restorative justice. The restorative justice program is something that is worldwide known and is accepted to work in communities, for example, where you have mediators, peace mediators, mediadores de paz. The mediadores de paz is all of us, or the mediators are all of us that want peace in our community, and it has to come from the Rizal Authority. We, all of us, are the Rizal Authority. Don't believe Rizal Authority is Pastor Alberto and some other people. No. All of us are the Rizal Authority. We are the Rizal Authority. We have a council, a board, of course, but all of us as Rizal, we have to give the solutions in our territory. And one of the solutions is, you are listening right now, stand up for your people. Rise up and shine. It's important for you to get up and work for the peace of your territory. We know that we have Rizal people involved as well. Miss Carolyn Nelson is saying, when we sell our land, we sell our peace. And that's true, Miss Carolyn. Right now, we have many spaces already sold, right? And it's difficult to get back spaces. However, Mr. Octavio was saying something about children cannot walk on the sidewalk because they are invading the space with motorcycle. When we have the mediators in our community with a uniform on saying Mediador de Paz or Peace Mediator or whatever you want to call it, we go there, and that is what is happening in Medellin. The people from the neighborhood stand up, they put cameras in their neighborhood, they have community alarm, alarma comunitaria, with a botón de pánico, a panic, button in each home. Now, whenever you see something in your neighborhood happening, somebody touched the alarma de pánico, and everybody comes out and say, "What is happening?" People come out, and you don't see people in Medellin coming out with stick, with rock, with the woman with the pressure pot in her hand, and coming out and say, "What is going on around here? Something is happening," right? And people stand up there on the sidewalk with some uniform saying "Mediador de Paz," peace mediator, and say, "This is the space for the children." And if people is standing there for the children to pass, how motorcycle can get up? Right? Motorcycle will not be able to get up. One person cannot do it. One person cannot farm community. And in Spanish, una golondrina no hace verano. It has to be many people together who come to. It's not Miss Melania alone. It's not
Right.
Miss Person alone or Miss Person alone. All of us in our neighborhood, we have to stand up and work for our neighborhood and our peace. I know they are fair. Yeah, we have fear because people are threats, amenazas, and they're telling you firing rocks and stones and this one and threatening this one and the other one. But one person cannot do it because they're identifying leaders. And if one person identified as a leader, then the other whole community is weakened. So how the community can be strengthened when everybody in the community is a leader? It's not Miss Melania alone. The person beside Miss Melania is another leader. The person in front is another leader. The person behind is another leader. Every single person stand up and saying, we have to work for our rights. Notwithstanding that individuals sell lands, the state also failed to legislate to protect. Mr. Harry Rodriguez is saying, and prohibit the selling of lands as a collective right, as a collective territory that we own. What strategy can be implemented to recruit the youth to support our struggles? Someone is asking. What strategy can be implemented to recruit the youth to support our struggles? We are working on that. We're working to farm leadership in our community. It's a step by step. The solution is not one day, right? We know it's been going on for a while and we're working on the solutions, but you all are invited to join. Send your emails, send your voice, send your messages, and get involved. You know somebody, our youth have never lived the times the elders, us, lived. They might believe that all is okay. Yeah, we know that our youth is many of them born in this violence and this chaos right now, and they believe the island is like that. But the elders and the leaders from the island need to show what our roots are and show that we are not a violent people. Before we could leave our windows open. We could leave our windows open and sleep with the breeze of the sea, right? We can still look in Providence. Thank God we can still look in Providence. In Providence, we can still sleep with our windows open. Thank God. Yeah, but we are getting now in the community some situation. But in Old Providence, we can still sleep with our windows open. Thank God. And we really don't want it to become like how San Andres is right now. But the solution right now is that we need to fight. We need to continue fighting for this. We can't just give up and say San Andres is gone. That you're hearing it everywhere. San Andres is gone. San Andres is gone. If you continue saying San Andres is gone, you're declaring it with your mouth. Whatever you declare shall be what, Pastor?
Shall be accomplished, shall come to pass.
Correct. So you have to start declaring that we are the owner of our territory and the pieces should be recovered. You have to declare it and believe it. You have to declare it and believe it. You can't continue saying San Andres is gone. Don't say it anymore. Yeah? Pastor?
Yes, San Andres is not gone. San Andres is it's like, crisis and crises, are opportunities. And situations like these gives us the opportunity to slow down and to ask ourselves, make that retrospective look. You don't want to go back to the past, but then it's necessary to go back to the past because it's part of your history, it's part of your inheritance. But you want to slow down and look back and say, okay, what went wrong? What was the changes? How did we get here? And where do we go from here? And so one of the things is that you said it earlier. I mentioned just on the surface also, about the youth. Harold know of this. We used to, here at my house, we used to bring in some young people and we begin to just lecture them, talk to them about the struggle, why the situation. And today they have a strong organization now. They have turned themselves into a strong organization, rival organization, and they have been very participant in many different issues and public things. And so I think that's one thing we can do. Get them in small circle. The idea is to educate them or to create awareness in our youth and to educate the community so that they will know what is really going on. And when we have done this, we will help them even more because the youth in the pursuit of seeking identity and things, they want to be anything, they want to do anything. And when you talk about these kind of movement or these kind of action, it does not motivate them that much unless you educate them. So it's a process of education, unlearn, learn, relearn, and repeat the process over and over until they finally get it. At first, we noticed that some of them wasn't convinced. Today, the 98% of them are convinced because they are out there protesting. They are out there. If you follow them on the social media, you know where they're coming from. And this is where I think we need to go. Dr. Siegfried.
That's why I want to invite all the youth listening as well to participate. I want to invite you as a leader, if you know someone in your community that you like to, they're there sleeping as a leader, but we can help them, we can farm them. And we mentioned in weeks ago about the spaces, the dialogue spaces that we want to create, right? We want to create some dialogue spaces with our church leaders, with our organizations, some dialogue spaces where people can come together and speak up, right? And where we can farm leadership in our community, which is very important. Okay, so we are about to finish, and we want to invite Miss Melania to give her last words, and also Mr. Octavio Mo. Go ahead, Miss Melania, your conclusion.
Thank you. Well, I want, in the name of the community of Black Dog, give thanks first to God to strengthen our leadership as Raizal community. And give thanks for you all to open the space for us, to make we feel that someone hearing our situation, our necessity, and our expectation to continue living. We working because, like how Octavio said, we have a generation we're coming up, and in our plans, well, who already we coming working us in our plans. Up till now, we're not talking about selling. We're not talking about go to other place. Many times situation pressure us to think, to live, but in our heart, really, we have a dream, just like how Martin Luther King used to say, no? I have a dream. We have a dream to can build up a society where we can live in peace together and that we can live for our generation. We thinking on the present generation and the future generation. So thank you for this space. And Pastor Alberto, thank you. And we're expecting to continue with to accompany with your support we can get ahead this process. We believe in it. We compromise with it. We have a team. We compromise with this. So we are going to wait on the other step that will go the guide us and go to tell us what else we have to do or how we are going to articulate the process. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you all, Miss Melania. Thank you very much for your participation and your courage. Mr. Octavio Mo, go ahead, please.
Thanks very much. We really do appreciate your concern about the situation. And I think together we can do more than what we have done up to now. Really, at least I don't think we are going to run from the situation. We have to be resilient and confront the situation because, as I said, we, when I say we, my family, we built this house and we have this property from around 70, I don't know how many years, and it was one of the first houses that was built there. So we are not going to run. We are going to be right there, standing up in front of the situation. And if we have your support, I feel we are going to be stronger. And we really, really, really thank you for opening up this opportunity, this space for us to let the rest of the community know what is going on. And to the people that are there, we no expect none of them to go from the community. The only thing we want is that we can live in peace. We can live, we can have a nice and good relationship. I don't have nothing against the people in around, but they should understand that these aspects are affecting the community, and not only we who are speaking here, but the whole entire community. I don't want to imagine if we feel it so rough around there, the ones that are living right beside the place that has the situation. Or so we want to live in peace. We want to live nice and good, like how we used to do from times in the past. So thank you all again, and Pastor Alberto, thank you very much, and all of you, Jairo, for contacting me, and Mr. Dr. Castel Britain. I imagine you are Dr. Ralph, brother-in-law. So
Yes, sir.
I have heard a lot about you. I didn't have the opportunity to share with you. And I really, really thank all of you from the authority to have us in mind. Thanks very much, and God bless you. And let's hope that everything will work out for good, not only with us, but for the rest of the communities in the island, San Luis, on the hill, everywhere, because the idea is to live in peace on the island.
Thank you very much, Mr. Octavio Mol, for your participation and your courage, and as well, Miss Melania, for speaking up. That is very important for our community to speak. Remember, silence is where violence begins. We have Kenny with us as well. Welcome, Kenny, that is going to explain to us about the Rizal Youth Assembly. Welcome, Kenny.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Kenyu Newbal Magwan. Well, we have an activity that we make every year, and this is the fourth edition. Is the Rizal Youth Assembly. Is a space, an independent space, designed by One Rizal Corporation, which I'm president of, and we start this process. Um, I started this process 4 years ago, and we have no a lot of youth involved in the process, also member of the corporation, and youth that is studying different part of the country and different part of the world also. So it's a space this year precisely designed to talk about the influence and the importance of the participation from the youth in the different spaces, and for example in the conjuncturally what we the experience now with the elections that coming up, how is the youth participating in these spaces, and in these dynamics that will end up in the power of decision from the community and the whole department. So precisely we also want to touch the theme of violence too, which is very important and is linked to the participation of the youth in the taking a decision in the department too. So this is one space where we want to encourage all the young people, them, all the youth, them, everybody who is involved in a process with youth as well, organizations, different neighborhood dynamics where we know going on with youth, with children, like home schools, different kind of dynamics where go on that very important and will be very, very good for have this PSV share and debate and have a conversation between youth and among youth.
Excellent, excellent, Kenny. This is a very good import and a very important space for all our youth to participate. We have some comments here from the community. Miss Sylvia Montoya says, I will surely be there listening to our youth. Can Nubal Magwan? Very good, Miss Sylvia, and welcome to participate as well. So we want to invite all of you to participate. We want you to share it more, Miss Sylvia, and all of you listening want to share this activity that is going on. You can share it on your social media, on WhatsApp, and different places. Involve all our youth. And something very important, we know that our youth, many of them are risers, but they don't speak English. Put them to join as well. Yeah, put them to join in Spanish, in Creole, in English, but every single one should participate. Yeah, that is very important. So, Pastor, we have arrived to the end of our program, and we want you to give us the conclusion and the closing prayer. Go ahead, Pastor.
Yes, this has been certainly a very, very interesting program. This morning, we want to thank all of you for tuning in and for being with us here, those in the studio. And as a bottom line, I want to say all of us are called to together, let's begin to build bridges of human comprehension. I believe this is one of the things that we can do when we start building bridges of human comprehension. We are not discriminating. We are bringing in, as Kenyu just said, the youth, and I love One Raisal. I admire them, really. And they know they have my 100% support in everything, every time, anytime, anyway. And these are groups like these are what we need to work on. And we continue doing this in building human comprehension for safe spaces in our community, for taking action, for community vigilance. We need to protect ourselves, but we need to bring others and unite. Sister Melania, you are not alone. We are with you. And all the community of the island, the Raisal Nation, every social problem is our problem. The problem of San Andres has one name. It's not just continental or Raisal or Syro-Lebanese or foreigners. No. They are Raisal, they are the problem of the island. And we live on an island, we live in our archipelago. And if these things are affecting us, then let us all together find a most probably solution, hand in hand, a togetherness, building awareness, and educating our people for safe spaces and a better life and a better style, way of living. So thank you again, and may God bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you, and give you of his peace. Have a blessed day. We see you next Friday, right here on this same channel.
Rice and people.